I feel so bad for Callum as a rival character because his whole thing is what makes him special. And he is like ends up being probably one of the most forgettable, especially if the were like rival characters.
I personally position him as the second worst rival, only behind May and Brendan, and the main thing that puts him ahead is his starter actually fully evolves.
Yeah. And it's like it feels so extra bad to me when you consider when you consider his whole thing is being special, like, and it's like this character is completely forgettable.
Also, shout out to the lab theme being like a softer version of the Welcome to Kalos opening.
Oh, that's nice.
Yeah. So I'll be able to meet them soon. Yes. The children chosen by the professor. I wonder what potential they have. And here's one of them now. That's gay. Jay, come here a sec.
You're not wrong, but can I help you?
You received a Pokedex from the professor then. How wonderful. It's a wonderful thing indeed. You're one of the chosen ones. I'm Lysander. I tried to learn as much... Huh?
Did you have to phrase it like that, sir? You're one of the chosen ones. Sir, that is not the kind of narrative this is yet. Now, this is not... Please, don't make this weird.
Tried to learn as much about Pokemon as I can to help build a brighter future. Professor Sycamore has taught me so much. I see you have a holocaster. Knowledge is power after all. Put it to good use. Now listen, it's vowed that this world becomes a better place. So I like to imagine that the knowledge is power is like the tagline for the holocaster or something, and he said it because he owns a company.
Beautiful. Knowledge is power. Trademarked. Don't listen to what that one old toy company says. We are definitely the ones who own the rights to that in French.
And the people in Pokemon chosen to make the world better must work tirelessly to achieve this goal. Well, I'll be off. Please give Sycamore my best. My desire is for a more beautiful world. You seem delightful. Still, what kind of beautiful world Lysander desires? Don't worry, everyone saw the design and assumed he was evil. You don't have to foreshadow.
Yeah.
I mean, everyone except for me, but still. In this great big Kalos region, there are many different Pokemon, and in fairness, they're doing better than Getsus. Or Cyrus.
Yeah.
If it weren't for the design, that would have been decently subtle, actually.
Yeah, you know what? That's fair. Like, he just wants a more beautiful world. There's nothing inherently wrong with that. It's all in the methods here.
Mm-hmm.
So, whereas like Cyrus wanted a world without emotion, wasn't that his deal? So it's like his was bad from the start. And Getsus, I guess, was supposed to be a thing that really makes you think, but in a Pokemon game, people trying to separate you from your Pokemon are automatically going to be not someone you're vibing hard with, you know?
It also very quickly shoves the idea of are they right or are they wrong out the window when in the second meeting with them, they're kicking Pokemon.
Yeah, that's true.
like people are like, oh, are they right? Are they wrong? Does the message not work for the type of story? It's like, it doesn't matter. They're kicking Pokemon in scene 2 with them. It doesn't matter if the technicals of this story doesn't work for Pokemon. That doesn't matter at all. They threw the message out the second time you meet him. Anyways, I hope getting a Pokedex gives you a chance to learn about them. Probably. I should have pressed A one more time. We were done with. We could have had that talk. Oh, never mind. There's more. Heckin' gay. Did you remember Tails?
I didn't. I remember heckin' gay.
Heckin' gay. There's place I want to go check out. So I'll see you around. There's something I want to talk Chip, I'll wait for you in Cafe Soleil, neighbor. What's up?
Wasn't this like, I'll wait for you in the Cafe Soleil, but there's a whole bunch of cafes in this fucking city?
I think so.
If I remember like genuinely searching around, like, where the fuck?
I wonder what Ken wants to talk about. Why couldn't he just use the holocaster? No clue, but it seems hush-hush. I am curious about what's going on, but we should probably stay out of it. Hey, heckin' gay. To get to Campfire Town, leave the lab, turn left, and go straight.
Oh, see, going straight's pretty tough for us, actually.
Yeah. That Cafe Soleil Kaylin was talking about is over that way, too. One of the issues... Oh, thank goodness it turns the camera around. I was like, one of the issues is like, does it mean left for the way we're facing or left for the way our character is facing, but then turn the camera around, so... Lumius may be large, but if you stay on the main streets, you should get lost. I'm gonna go on a little walk. The streets sure wind around here. Actually, no. Campfire Town and Cafe What's it are over this way. What was the... I was about to say... Everyone but Calum talking to you here is pointless until they gave you the directions. And then they repeated the directions out here. So anyways, only Calum needed to stop you.
All healed up. Getsus is legitimately insane for any Pokemon villain, but there's more insane villains in different media, especially with characters in Transformers franchise. With a character called Shockwave. Huh. Still thinking about...
Oh, hey.
Oh.
Cameron does not like cooperating.
I always one weird issue for me with
Pikachu. Oh, there we go. I can look at it.
What issue could I possibly have with Pikachu, Lyra?
I was just saying there's Pikachu on the screen. There's Diantha. Movie poster for Diantha. That's what I was trying to look at. Go ahead.
As she deserves. But the issue for me that comes with Lysander, or Lysagna, as I like to call him, is that he has the same weird issue that Maxie and Archie have, where they're talking all about like the importance of whatever, but the region they live in is already perfectly in harmony. Like, we see that a lot with the stuff like my favorite is 4T City, where they just built the city into the trees. And with Lysander, it's like I want to preserve beauty, but it's you live in one of the most beautiful regions, just absolutely gorgeous regions aesthetically, that also is doing very well at preserving history. Like you see with the chateau or whatever that we're going to come up on. Like, what are you talking about? What do you mean your goal is that? Your goal is being fulfilled wonderfully already. There's just zero need for you to do this. So it makes the characters seem even more unhinged than they already were. Where it's like, it feels like it's supposed to be, especially with the way Augustine talks about Lysander after everything. It's supposed to be that, like, he has a bit of a point and just went about it the wrong way. And it's like, no, he doesn't. There's a blackout. You can't go there in the middle of the day, you see. But yeah,
wow, was bad. Okay, so first off, don't force me in, don't force me in, don't force me in. Okay, thing is, okay, so first off, it tells you that the way the cafe you need to go in is this way.
Okay.
So you can see off to the right, there's the sign sticking out. telling you that there's something to go in there. And when you're paying attention to those, the first one you go in is this. That's the wrong one. This one that's right up against the wall that you won't see unless you're looking at it is the right one.
Of course.
Second, the very easy to find lab, it force stops you like for the whole street. Like if you're like way over here, probably. Like definitely I was like in the middle of the road. Like I was like here-ish, and it like pulled me into it and was like, here's where you need to go. But over here, I was like on the curb, like right here-ish. And it still didn't tell me where to go. Heck, I for some reason it pulled me in when I tried to move away from it.
Oh my god.
Anyways, this is where you actually need to go.
So I feel more vindicated in the fact that I definitely got myself lost in this section, because I was like, what? Which one? There's so many cafes!
The worst part, there's actually only 2 right now. You're probably thinking of a later moment when they've opened up more of the city and they then tell you to go to this cafe. This part there's only 2, but it's like even here it's like it's especially bad because like they're forcing you when they don't need to force you, then they're leaving you free when they do should kind of force you. Yeah,
seriously. Also, Lyra, I will be right back.
Okay, I'll be here with Lysander off. Oh, it's Diantha. It's Lysander, and is that Diantha? So get this, neighbor. Lysander is the head of Lysander Labs, your creative holocaster, a video messaging device. You know about Diantha, right? She's one of the most famous movie stars in the world, after all. What do the 2 of them are doing here together? You played a young girl so wonderfully in your debut on the silver screen. Would you rather make me young and beautiful forever and always play such roles? What a strange question. Why would I want to play the same old roles forever? Youth may be beautiful, but it's not all there is to life. Everything changes. I want to live and change like that too. So I look forward to playing different roles as I get older. You're chosen to be a movie star, correct? Isn't it your duty to be ever beautiful? Everything beautiful should stay that way forever. I would end the world in an instant so that beauty never fades. I can't stand the thought of becoming uglier. Oh, hello, gay. This is Diantha, one of the most accomplished movie stars in Kalos. She moves multitudes with her excellent actor. So about that subtlety. So remember how we were talking about Team Plasma and how they like are okay for the first one and then throw everything out for the second meeting. With X and Y, I guess they did that again. But like, what if we had you meet Lysander a second time 2 minutes later instead of like a half an hour later? She moves the multitudes with her excellent acting, which is to say, she dedicates her life to making other people happy. Oh, if only everyone were like her. What a beautiful world this would be. Will you excuse me? And who are you two? And Caleb. Also, shout out to the ominous music while he's talking. It's a pleasure. This is gay, right? I mean, yes, but I heard Lysander call you that. You both have lovely names. Oh, you're both trainers. Don't your Pokemon look happy? I train myself. In my off time. I look forward to us battling someday. Diantha has a great gator. I saw her and Cynthia interact in the anime. Because Pokemon trainers all battle each other, no matter who they are. Yeah, to ask you something, neighbor. How about you and I compete and see who ends up stronger? I know we set off on our journey just after you arrived in Vanderbilt, but we are neighbors and hang a competition with you. Sounds like fun. Hey Tails, you remember Crossout? Do you remember how much more weight this had for the 2 characters in that than in this? That was fun. I won't lose though, just so you know. Miss Crossout. Was that you reading Tails' line or saying that yourself? Yes. Holoclip received. So check this out. I'm on Route 5 right now. It's just hopping with wild Pokemon. Here, and come check it out. If they wanted to have this, they really should have had it like after Lysander leaves, rather than as we're heading out to Route 5 anyways. Nice to meet you, friend. They call me Mr. Bonding. Have you heard of O-Powers? The expression of your... That expression of yours tells me you haven't. Don't worry, I'll tell you about it. O-Powers are mysterious forces that have all kinds of useful effects. They can make your Pokemon stronger or even help you get more money. Maybe you have also benefit from this. What were O-Powers? They were a mechanic from Black and White. 1 and or 2? Was it only 2? It might have only been 2. There are things to like boost your stuff. Like you activated them and like you get more experience or more money, or like the attack and defense would be better, etc., etc. The most useful ones are the like money and experience ones. It's one of those things where it all like we're so far into Game Freak dropping every good mechanic they've ever introduced. I always forget that it was in 2 generations and not just 1. Isn't Rotom power like random? Like it's not the same as this one where you like just pick one. Is it? Maybe it is. Cause it's definitely like Generation 8 where it feels like everything from before is dumped. Because I know Generation 7 does have I'm gonna just mash through the tutorial line longer. It's already gone. I know Generation 7 has the Join Avenue like thing from Black and White 2. Car. Wait, Lucario. So it was it's definitely more of a Generation 8 and 9 thing where it's like this doesn't feel like it has anything from old That's kind of the weird thing. I'll read this first and I'll say it. Sorry about that. Are you okay? I was doing some special training with my Lucario when all of a sudden it dashed off. Hey, Lucario, what's going on with you? Did you get drawn in by this girl's aura or something? A woo. Huh? Well, it seems Lucario likes you. You think so? See, Lucario can read people's aura. I guess something in your aura has made this one take a liking to you, stranger. This Lucario's always getting worked up and about my other one. Maybe it's been waiting for a trainer to appear who's strong enough to challenge it. Oops. Sorry, I was in such a row, I forgot to even introduce myself. I'm Karina, the Shalor Gym Leader. If you're collecting gym badge, I'm sure we'll be battling sooner or later. I'll be looking forward to it. I hope you know how to roll with the punches. Get it? She rolls on roller skates and she's a fighting gym leader. Oops. Oh, hey. It's a place for a new catch.
Yeah, my baby. My baby. My baby. Anyway, I like cats, Lyra. Are you aware that I like cat?
This is news to me.
I don't know if anybody knows my secret. But I like cats, and this kitten that's with me, she's perfect. She's perfect in every way. Don't listen to my complaints later, I'm sure, when she's eating something she's not supposed to. She's perfect, and I love her, and she's beautiful. Skidoo!
More like skidoo.
Lyra, no!
Wait, did it use Howl?
That's a great question. What route is this? Do you remember?
5.
Route 5. That's right, because Tierno was immediately, you should come to Route 5. Oh, there was a 10% chance of that. Skidoo was a 10%.
Which is probably high, considering there's usually like 10 plus things per route.
Let's see. It was Bunnelby 30, Furfru 20, Doduo, Gulpin, Skidoo at 10. Oh, sorry, Pancham also at 10, and then Abra and Minen at 5.
There were mine in here, and I missed out on it.
Yeah. Yep. If it was X version, it would have been Plusle at the 5. What are you Get away from that! Anyway, my cat's perfect. Down to the fact that, much like her mother, she would really like to drink some coffee.
What should we name Skidoo?
Let's see. Wait. Hold on. Let me. Is a girl?
Yes.
Sprout.
Sprout.
Sprout. A little Sprout. She's gonna grow big. You're not getting the coffee.
Not with that attitude.
That would be what this cat says to me.
Was that?
That would be what this cat says to me. Lyra, I love her. I love her so much. She's so perfect and wonderful in every way. She's the best little baby. Stop trying to get my coffee! The best little baby. It's too early for coffee, says Happy. It's quitter talk. It's never too early for some coffee. Wait 6 hours. No. Have more in 6 hours. Big stretch. Big stretch. All right. So anyway, random side other thing. So Lyra, how do you feel about the whole thing with Karina and this Lucario?
I think it's fine.
Oh yeah? I don't like this.
Why not?
I'm bratty about it. I don't like that they talk about Mega Evolution being a bond between the Pokemon and a trainer, and then like they give you this Lucario you just met and you can help it Mega Evolve. Especially when they introduced an affection system in this one that you think would have been tied to being able to Mega Evolve them on. It feels like they very much immediately contradicted the whole idea of Mega Evolution with it. Hi, you're a child.
Nope. If she just gave you one over there, I'd agree. But I feel like it was they were trying. I don't think they did a good job of it, but I think they were trying to actually lean into it with it. Because obviously you're not spending much time with it, and it's not yours. But it feels like there was an attempt to be like, oh, this Lucario is getting attached to you, and that's why you can Mega Evolve with it.
Yeah, I'll definitely go that they attempted with it, but it just falls very flat to me. It's not just a Pokemon.
Yeah, it would. I think the reason I disagree with you is because the rest of Mega Evolution falls flatter. So like they flubbed it here, but they're not even trying anywhere else in the game. So poorly done is better than thrown out completely.
That's fair. To me, this is just, I guess I see this more as one of the reasons to me Mega Evolution flops, and it's like the one time we get it tried, it's done so badly. I'm surprised they didn't push that narrative with, especially considering the Kanto bias, the Pokemon that Sycamore gives. Because then, theoretically, it's a Pokemon that you are spending a lot of time with.
Mm-hmm.
And then if at one point, like later on, Sycamore says, oh, I see you've grown your bond with this Pokemon a lot. Here's the Mega Evolution Stone for it. And then you can Mega Evolve it. Then at least it's something in there. And they could hint to it to make sure that you use it by just noting that, like, hey, if you get very close to your Pokemon, if you get very close and show me you raise this Pokemon well, I'll give you something good for it later. So you know you should be using this to get an item later in the game. And it's like there, it's the same thing in your own adventure will fill in the gaps there. It just seems very strange that they did it like that. I don't know. Also, hello, Kit. You're fine. Lumio City is kind of like confused me because when I first played X, I accidentally legit got lost for an hour. Oh, right. Winter Lily redeemed a stretch as well as a posture check.
Yeah.
And I know earlier Andrew did a stretch, posture check, and hydrate. I don't know if you did those.
I think I did. Just in case.
Hi, Winter. They tried. They're just bad at it, says Happy.
That's just Pokemon in general.
It's weird that they never gave the Colo Starter Mega Evolutions in the generation they were introduced. You know, I suppose that is another one. I mean, it's pretty guaranteed that most players are keeping their starters. Like, it seems pretty not common for somebody to box their starter Pokemon. Mm-hmm. So you could have just given them a Mega Evolution, and
even then, they're probably just as likely, if not more so likely, to box the Kanto starter.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, it does seem weird they didn't just give these guys Mega Evolutions. Especially because they gave Megas to the starter Pokemon of the Omega Ruby and Alpha Sapphire.
Mm-hmm.
So, like, you're gonna immediately follow up with a game where your starter can become a cool Mega. Why didn't you do it in this one here?
Honestly, my question is, why do none of the Kalos Pokemon Mega Evolve?
Yeah, that's a damn good point. Is it the same? Do you think it's the same weird ass reasoning that they came to, where they were like, it's a good idea that Johto gym leaders don't have any Pokemon from Johto?
Mm-hmm.
Is it the region they're introduced in, and it would be much more thematically fitting for this to be here?
Ash Greninja doesn't count as Mega Evolution. It was given as fan service, because there's definitely not 2 Mega Charizards and 2 Mega Mewtwo's, and it's definitely not given to all the popular Pokemon like Rayquaza, Pseudo Legends. Mega Evolution is nothing to do with fan service.
Nothing at all. Ninja got one, says Happy with Smiley. I actually boxed my starter in Diamond because my Luxio ended up better starter than my Grotile one time. Yes, so you did it one time. How many other times have you done it? I feel like you're pointing this out specifically because it's the exception to the rule. And that's my point. You are most players are going to be much more likely to keep their starter through the whole time and then get a chance to Mega Evolve it.
Yeah, that's kind of something that doesn't work with Pokemon. Someone saying most people aren't going to do it and countering with I did, and it's like, congratulations, you're the 0.0001%. There are 20 million people that play this game, being the exception. Being one person isn't gonna... Like if 1% of people do it, well, let me flip it. If 200,000 people box their starter and never touch it, that's only 1% of the people that play Sword and Shield or Scarlet and Violet.
Mm-hmm.